All right, guys, thanks again for checking out the website here and for checking out all the information that I've got here. I want to talk today about why warm market MLM never worked for me. Just never worked. Worked for some people, doesn't work for everybody. In fact, doesn't work for most people. So when you first sign up in a network marketing company, and a multi-level marketing company, you're told that the first thing you need to do is make your list, your warm market list of 1 to 200 people that you know personally or that you associate with on a daily basis, people that you see coming and going on a daily basis. And this can be good, it can also be very bad. The default on this is usually for most sponsors to recommend this. And I'm going to go over some of the reasons why, and then I want to kind of talk about how it didn't work for me. Didn't work for a lot of people I know. It does work for a few, and what the reasoning behind it is, so that you'll understand why your sponsor, or why most sponsors in most companies, most opportunities, are going to tell you this is the first thing you need to do. Now, if you know me and you've watched my videos on this site and you've read through all the content that I have on this website here, maybe you've even checked out the free video series. If you haven't, go ahead and check that out. But if you've watched me at all, you'll know that I'm very adamant about this. I never require this. I never even suggest that you come up with a warm market list. What I will typically do with somebody that signs on with me in an opportunity, and I've done this with everyone that's gone with me in the past, is I will sit them down and say, look, this is what most sponsors are going to tell you to do. This is what most companies are going to recommend you do. Here are the reasons behind it. That's the default. Now, when I first started in network marketing, I didn't know anything about the whole process. I didn't know what we needed to do, how do I get this thing going. I was a junior in college, about to start off on my new life by myself, and I just really kind of was looking at this in awe. And why was I looking at it in awe? Because I was approached by my own aunt and uncle. And they were in a company, and I won't go into details about what that was all about, but they were in a company that was a multi-level marketing, network marketing setup. And the first thing they wanted me to do was approach friends and family. Well, as soon as I went to just a few of my friends and family, and this was consistent throughout with my entire group, on top of the fact that I couldn't approach them with any other opportunities after this, as soon as I approached them with it, they started telling me about how this is a pyramid scheme. I don't want to look at that. I don't want to have anything to do with it. And the rejection that I got was so in my face and so abrupt. And I look back on that now and I realize that's what happens with a lot of newbies. A lot of new people that come into this industry or that have never seen this before or never tried it, if they're told to immediately go out and approach their warm market, that's what's going to happen. So my aunt and uncle at the time, now they've since reached a lot of levels of success since then, but at that time they didn't even know how to go out and talk to cold market. Now I'll show you that in the free video series. We show you kind of exactly what to say, give you some good scripts to use. So again, check that out. But the process of actually just talking to my warm market and understanding why I had to do that, and then taking that and applying it to the cold market, people that I just meet in everyday public, that was beyond a concept for me to understand at that time. Why? Because I'd already immediately felt that rejection because I hadn't been trained right, and all I was told when we were told to go to her, I actually sat them down. I said, okay, can we talk to your upline sponsor? He's extremely successful at it. Can we ask him what it is we actually need to be doing here before I get rejected by everybody that I know? And as you might have already guessed, you can guess right out of the hat, his answer was, you guessed it, you need to make a list of the first one of the 100 to 200 people that you know personally, and you need to start talking to them about the business. Well, that's the overall process, and that may be a 30,000 foot view when you're looking down on it. But folks, most of us know, and if you're watching my videos on this site, you know it doesn't work like that. Okay, it's not that simple. You have to have some of the other skills and the knowledge to put that into place. In other words, you don't just show up at their house, or you don't just say, hey, I've got this business opportunity, want to sign up? It's not like that. It doesn't work. You will get shot down. You will get rejected. So I want to go into a little bit of why that's the default first steps that they always want to give you, the first steps, and how it is a legitimate reason for it, but why it's a legitimate reason for it. And then I want to kind of remind you that I don't care what your sponsor says, and I don't care what your company tries to demand of you. You are still an independent representative in most of these companies, if not all of them. You make your own decisions about how you want to build this business. So if you want to go through and sign up for my free video series and learn the actual skills to start a normal everyday conversation and comfortably lead it to where they're asking, well, what do you do? Or can I get more information from you? That's what you need to do. And don't worry about your warm market. So here are the top 3 reasons why they always recommend you start with your warm market. And then you make the determination about what you want to do with that. Okay? I was the terrible networker because I wasn't given any training, and I was simply told to go approach my warm market. And like a third of the 90 to 95% of people that fail in this business, that's why it didn't work out for me in the very beginning either. All right? This is the toughest hurdle to overcome, but here is why they recommend it. So you evaluate this and determine whether you want to approach your warm market at all, whether you want to start with cold market, whether you want to approach your warm market as you achieve success with your cold market, or as you achieve success developing leads online. That's entirely up to you. If you want to approach them after you've achieved success, that's up to you, or if you just don't want to approach them at all. Again, here are the reasons why. There are really 3 top reasons why you want to do that. You want to approach your warm market because, for one, and this really applies more to introverted people. I used to be really introverted, still am in a certain degree, but really introverted, shy people that aren't used to just striking up conversations with strangers in public or, wherever they go. These are the ones that it's really meant for on this first point. But this can help anybody if looked at the right way. The first one is you get used to presenting your opportunity. You get used to talking to people and getting in the mindset of showing them, hey, this is kind of what you need to do. This is what I've got. This is what you need to do. This is practice. So the way you want to look at the warm market MLM is a process of practice. It's a practice for you. You get to practice with this. And hey, what's wrong with that? Practice makes perfect. Taking action leads to success. So again, this is you determining whether you want to do this. But that is the first and primary point. The next is, and this is where we kind of ended up after 3 years of kind of struggling and then learning how to create success in network marketing. And that is this. Those people that you know, people in your family, friends, colleagues, people that you work with, people that you see in clubs and organizations, wherever you know them from, they will never be able to tell you, ever, well, you never approached me with that, you never showed that to me. If and when, and we're going to be optimistic here, when you've taken the necessary action and you've stayed the course and you've achieved success in your own company, your own organization, they'll never be able to claim that, well, he or she never showed that to me. You never showed that to me, so you know what, I'm just not going to talk to you anymore. Or whatever the case may be. All right? And then the third, and this is kind of more random than anything else, you very seldom see somebody that's successful in multi-level marketing that actually signed up friends and family, and that's everybody on their front line, okay? And the reason you don't see that is because most people will reject it. And I'm going to get into that in just a second. But there is always the possibility, the remote possibility, that in your warm market of people that you know, there is a go-getter. There is somebody that's going to say, and much like I did with my aunt and uncle, even though it took us some time, but there is somebody that you know that possibly might look at this, your opportunity, and say, you know what, I want to do this. I want to do this now. So you don't want to miss that person, that possibility. That's the third reason that you want to approach a warm market. All right. So now that I've gone over those, I'm going to again reiterate, you guys don't have to approach your warm market at all. That's entirely your decision. I never recommend it. I simply sit my new people down and I say, look, here's what it is, just like I'm doing in this video. Here's what it is. Here are the reasons why. This is always recommended, but you do not have to do this. If you want to learn the skills, I will teach you the skills to just go out in everyday public, go out to the people that you meet on a daily basis, or people that you meet randomly, working in different places or not working, whatever the case may be, wherever they are, whatever their situation is. Develop a conversation. I'll tell you exactly what to say to make that comfortable, so that you've gotten into them talking about what they do, what their plans are, and kind of getting automatically in the mindset of whether they want to do something extra or not. So make this determination yourself. This is entirely up to you. The other part about this is that even though it has its own merits, it can hurt. Now, again, as I mentioned a minute ago, a third of those 95 to 97% of people that actually fail or quit, most quit, in the network marketing, multi-level marketing industry, and they don't reach that level of success. And by the way, most of those quit right before they reach that success. That's beside the point. That's a matter of opinion. I've heard essays on that. But, okay, so 95 to 97% of those that fail or quit, over a third of those quit because of the rejection they experience from their warm market. Because they're not trained from the very beginning on how to expect that rejection and what that rejection actually means. So let's get into what that rejection actually means for just a second. And this doesn't just apply in network marketing. It doesn't just apply in multi-level marketing, guys. This applies anywhere that you go, in just social, relational, any typical relationship, okay, whether it's family or friends or otherwise. The reason somebody will shoot down your dreams, and this has been psychologically proven, is because, for one, they want everyone that they know and people that you know mutually, mutual friends, mutual family, to think that they have it under control, that they're doing the best they can. And if you come along and you have something that you do beyond that, and it changes your life, and you experience a level of success beyond anything they ever were able to accomplish, the reason they want to kind of, in a way, subconsciously kind of pull you down to their level, back to their level, is because you're making them lose face. You're disproving all of their adult and intellectual theories about how the best way is for them to live their life. Now you've shown that, hey, I can change my thinking and I can do something else, and I can do this thing that I'm doing, and I can reach a level of success way beyond anything they've ever achieved. And this is where the rejection stems from. So as long as you understand that, and as long as you train your new people to understand that, you're good to go. We talk about that in some of the mindset videos that I have on the site, so be sure to check those out also. But that's, when it comes down to it, that's it in a nutshell. They don't want to lose face, and they don't want everyone they know, that maybe you know mutually, to think by looking at you and comparing you to them that they've failed, that they didn't do something they could have done. In other words, they could have done what you just did by succeeding in your industry, but they didn't. So again, I'm going to leave you with this. When it comes to your warm market MLM, use that process only if you need to. And that is entirely up to you. You decide, and you make the decision on whether you're going to use it, when you're going to use it, if you're ever going to use it. Okay? So thanks again for watching, and see you in the next video.